Okay, we're recording. So, who are you?
My name is Jacqueline Rumble. I'll also go by Jackie.
Hi. Jackie, thanks for coming today. Can you tell me a little bit about how you would define student success or what that phrase means to you?
Student success. Student success would tell me that maybe a person's driven. They're intentional. They are possibly really good time managers. In most cases that I know, you have to be able to manage your time as well as you know what your purpose and intention is with your time. You know your goals and you're driven by them. You know your resources, you use your resources, and yeah, you use your resources, which is time and money, is two of the top two.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you could sum up student success in one word?
I would say motivation, because beyond even just getting the grades, beyond just getting what it is to make it through that class, you have to have a motivation behind it, especially if you're studying for a particular field. Sometimes the books that you have, your textbooks in class, aren't just the textbooks that maybe are not necessarily the best, but if you have this fire for learning or this hunger for learning beyond just the classroom, it will motivate you beyond just that.
Okay, so can you, or do you have an opinion on what's the greatest barrier to student success, generally speaking?
Fear? I think fear would be it. I don't know, our fear and or doubt. Sometimes people don't ask the questions because they're afraid to ask, even though the answers probably are just right there with that person. So the resources also, like if they just would ask, they would be told that there's all these resources. I can think of even one this last week, where there's grants that are fully funded for the students that are in my classroom, but yet they're not going for it. They just don't want to fill out this sentence that they have to fill out in order to get the grant, and their total tuition would be paid for. They could save thousands, but they're not even asking the questions or even seeking. But yet they're not sure if they're going to be able to pay the next tuition.
So what about the other side of that? What do you see as the greatest gateway or facilitator of student success?
I would probably go back to resources again, asking if you get over that fear, you get over that self-doubt, or even just doubt in general, that can open up a whole world of just different possibilities. Mm-hmm. There's just been things that I've went and accomplished and just asked the right person or just been in the right timing because of the fact of positive thinking, or just even asking, just being in the right time, right place, and then asking the right questions. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, or just asking for the resource.
Can you think of a specific time where you felt successful as a student?
Yes. When I had one of my most recent goals was to make Phi Beta Kappa, the Honor Society, and once I made that, when I made it, it was getting that cord was really, really symbolic to me, because it was just on a sheet of paper at one point in time before I was a student. Mm-hmm. And then when I became a student, made the Dean's List, and then made Phi Beta Kappa, it's just like, yes, let's keep them coming. So congrats. I remember the most recent one was probably Phi Beta Kappa. And
then, do you remember any specific time where you felt the opposite, where you felt like a failure as a student?
Yes, when the way that the class was taught, and one of particular times I was going to class, I wasn't learning as much, but I think part of it was the fact that I wasn't trying to find a different way to learn. So I wasn't knowing what my learning style was. So I was trying to force my way to do it like my classmates, and that wasn't my way of learning. So I ended up with an unacceptable grade, and also just kind of letting myself down. However, the next time I took it, I was really strong, and it helped a lot.
Yeah, can you say a little more about what you learned and how you adjusted?
There's more than one way to learn, and I found out there was one-on-one tutoring, so I was also to gauge that. There's also extra resources that you can do besides the textbooks you're given. You can always look at Khan Academy. You can look at, you could even do flashcards. You can It's unlimited, especially with the internet. It's unlimited the different ways you can do, or even just make your own little models.
What's one thing you'd say to other students about student success that you'd want them to know?
Please, if you're discouraged at all, sometimes I listen to motivational videos at all. Even if there's like YouTubes where you can get even motivational quotes, or even someone that's just constantly like breathing into you, just life of positivity. So hopefully, for somebody that's seeking to be successful or is discouraged, please reach out to resources. Ask about it in class. Ask your teachers if they go to office hours. That's a good thing too. I mean, if you have a teacher that has office hours, go to that office hour. And yeah, just there's other people have been through this. Don't isolate yourself to think that you're the only one that's failing, or you're the only one that's not doing so well. Make sure just reach out there.
Any other thoughts you'd like to share, or anything on your brain about student success?
Not that I can think of right now. No, I'm just thinking about all the videos I've listened to recently. Just
Any particular recommendations?
Growth. Les Brown is a good motivational speaker. So he's got some great stuff that is out there that you can just pop in. Trying to think of other names. That's the only one that's on top of my head right now.
Yeah, that's great. Well, if you think of more stuff you want to say about student success, you can always come back and talk to us more. We appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah,
thank you so much, love.
Yeah. Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.